Welcome to ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. The season is winding down, but these kids can make it last a couple more weeks. It's the semifinal of the Great Lakes Regional, and we know one thing for sure. New Albany will be heading to tomorrow's title game. Will it be New Albany, Ohio, or New Albany, Indiana? Indiana won a meeting earlier this week. There's more on the line this time. A matchup with Grosse Pointe Wood Shores Little League out of Michigan. They're in the championship game tomorrow. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to the ballpark alongside former Houston Astro Chris Burke. I'm Clay Matvick. Who do you like in this one?
I like New Albany.
I do, too. These teams are very good. Let's meet the Little Leaguers from Ohio.
Hi, I'm Greg Eckelberry, manager of the New Albany, Ohio Little League All-Stars. Go Eagles.
I'm Mitch Gibbon, and I'm an assistant coach.
I'm Jake Clark, assistant coach. Let's meet the Eagles.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Karsmer, and I can make decent pancakes.
Hi, I'm Brandon Eckelberry, and I like to play Fortnite.
Hi, my name is Garrett Gibbon, and I'm a ladies' man.
Hi, I'm Ronan Busowitz, and I love to eat food.
Hi, I'm Ben Clark, and I love my mom. My name is Max Perper, and I take Big Daddy hats.
Guys from Ohio. We're going to face Chase Lush on the mound. The pitcher for New Albany, Indiana. The ace has started against Kentucky and Michigan. So the third start for this young man in the regional. That's rare.
Yeah, it is. And this is a young man they trust. They call him their ace, yet he's coming off a rough start. An inning and a third, 6 hits, 5 runs against the Michigan team. So it'll be interesting to see how his confidence is. Can he bounce back from a tough start and get them a rematch with the team from Michigan?
That sign will work both ways here tonight. New Albany, Ohio to New Albany, Indiana is 226 miles. So these teams not far apart. What do you say? The loser has to give up the city name.
I think that's fair. Let's set that up.
Here's the division at a glance. Most of the kids you're going to see here are 12 and 13 years old. It's a 6-inning game on a diamond, 2/3 the size of a big league diamond. Everybody's going to get in. 6 teams from the Great Lakes region came here to Westfield, Indiana, and just 3 left. These 2 from New Albany and Michigan. Michigan has scored 33 runs in the 3 games it has played.
Yeah, they're tough. And today, both of these teams are focused on trying to get a rematch with them. They'll worry about Michigan if that day comes.
Garrett Gibbon standing in. He's ready to go, and we're ready to go. Garrett, the coach's son. Dad Mitch is the first base coach over there. First pitch is a strike from Chase Lush. There's Dad. Very confident leadoff hitter. This is the guy who said he was a ladies' man.
How about my man Lush's pants? Now that brings shorties to a whole new.
Yeah, he's got them up above the knee.
Yeah, he's got tights on. I don't know, those are not socks. Those things are like way above the knee.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Baseball shorts right there.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, sideways thumb. What are you giving it?
I'm going down. I like the shorties. Those may be just a touch on the
too
short
short.
side. But I'll give him an A for originality. I don't know that I've ever seen pants that short. I guess they're not pants, right? They cease to be pants at that point. Would you agree with
that? Those are basically biker shorts.
Yeah, with a baseball look to them.
Yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Do your thing, man. You do you.
2 strikes to Gibbon, the leadoff man for Ohio.
Ball, that's out.
It's a tight breaking ball. Yeah, you'll
there's
see.
some movement. It was a slider or
It's a
curve?
short little slider. There's no doubt about it. And it's a breaking ball that when he has command of can be really, really tough to combat for kids this age.
The 1-2. Ground ball, that's going to be fouled.
Wow, that almost bounced back. But, yeah, that breaking ball will kind of be the make-or-break pitch for him in this ball game. You see he wants to work away with the fastball and then throw that slider off of it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Garrett Given, he's a good basketball player. He was on the 6th grade state championship team. A shooting guard
There you go, pitch.
in New Albany, Ohio.
A good athlete. He's now been on the state championship baseball and basketball team. That's pretty cool.
And this is what a good leadoff hitter is supposed to do. See several pitches.
And for a kid with the quality arm Lush, I mean, the fastball's already been up to 68 miles an hour. So that's just about a 90-mile-an-hour equivalency to a major league fastball.
That stays high, 2-2. Chase Lush, he's also a 3-sport athlete.
2 strikes.
Comes from a very athletic family. His dad, Andrew, played defensive end at Louisville. Chase is a big kid. And he catches the outside corner, strike 3. Garrett Given, after a long at-bat, 8 pitches in all, goes down looking for out number 1.
Yeah, Lush wins a really good battle here. That's what he wants to do with that fastball, just paint it on the outside corner. A heck of a pitch and a really good at-bat to start this ball game.
Now New Albany's Zach Casey, New Albany, Ohio. I'm going to have to keep reminding myself I have to say the state, too. Zach Stacy, 7 for 9 with 3 runs batted in this week here in Westfield. Yesterday against Kentucky, went 3 for 4 at the plate.
And that earned him a first pitch breaking ball. They're going to be careful with Casey.
That one stays up. It's fouled back, 0-2. Talked about the top 5 guys in the order for Ohio really hitting it well, especially yesterday. They went 12 for 19 combined.
That'll get it done.
Breaking ball 0-2.
Now, Zach Casey told me before the ball game, this is the first time he's used wood in a game. And he's in games, and he's 7 for 9. He said part of his rationale was that even if he breaks it, it'll be a heck of a souvenir and story one day. I thought, I've never heard that reason before, but I like it.
Well, it's working for him. I doubt he's going to change now. It'll be a while. Stays outside, 1-2 to Zach Casey. Charlie Oakleaf is on deck.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Zach Casey was batting in the 5-hole during the All-Star run. They had recently moved him up to the 2 spot because of that hot bat. Did he hold up? No, that's a strikeout.
Nice play.
And they got him on the tag. The catcher's Alexander. He makes the tag. So back-to-back strikeouts for Chase Lush, 2 away.
And that's that short slider. Again, if he gets ahead with the fastball or can land that breaking ball in the strike zone early and throw that put-away slider, he's got a chance to rack up a whole bunch of strikeouts in this ball game. That's a really nasty pitch.
Now here's Oakleaf. Power hitter in the 3-hole. He's in left field tonight. He was behind the plate yesterday. His dad, Tony, is the New Albany Little League president. And this one is tagged to left. Deep ball over the glove of the left fielder, Kruer. And it's a double for Charlie Oakleaf, who has the only home run this week for Team Ohio, and he nearly had number 2.
Yeah, and he hit it against Indiana. Boy, Kruer, did he get caught watching this one, a hanging breaking ball? No, he was running. Right about here, he was thinking it was out, and then he wrote, uh-oh, I got to hit the Jets. I think he lost it when Kruer jumped for it. Kruer jumped a little early, so I can see where he thought that ball might have gotten over the fence.
So a base runner in scoring position for Ben Liebel, the cleanup hitter. Liebel, the team captain, he is also on fire. 6 for 10. 3 runs batted in here during the regional. Scoots away from the catcher, Alexander. He has to chase. Now at third is Oakleaf. It's going to be a pass ball against the catcher.
1 strike.
Ben Liebel, 12 years old. Not available to pitch for Ohio after pitching 85 against Indiana on Monday. Swung out and missed. One and two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And if you're Liebel here, you got to protect against that breaking ball. Choke up, let the fastball beat you a little bit, and try to guard against swing and a miss. And
Just off the plate. Alexander did a pretty good job framing that behind the plate. Didn't get the call, but not for a lack of effort.
71 miles an hour just off the outside corner. Chase Lush got a big-time arm now.
2-2, lash down the line. It's going to get out of play.
Please return all those foul balls to your nearest dugout. Thank you.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Given struck out. Casey struck out. Oakley with a double, and he stands at third. The 2-2 to Ben Liebel. Welcome to the Great Lakes Regional in Westfield, Indiana. This is an elimination game between New Albany, Ohio, and New Albany, Indiana. We're in the top of the first. 2 outs, a man on third. And this is Ben Liebel, the Ohio cleanup hitter at the plate, alongside Chris Burke on play, Matvick. And this Ohio team has done a great job offensively the last couple of days. They got a runner in scoring position here in the first.
Yeah, and even if they come up empty, you're talking about this will be the 23rd pitch of the inning for Lush. So even if they don't put a run on the board, they've taken a big chunk out of his pitch count.
Chase Lush making his third start for Indiana. And another ball fouled off.
And here's your dilemma with the runner on third base and wanting a strikeout. Do you go to the put-away breaking ball knowing that that very well might end up at the backstop if you spike it? This is where you really got to trust your catcher
2 balls, 2 strikes.
and try to go with that put-away breaking ball.
2 strikeouts for Lush in the inning.
There it is.
Here comes that 2-2. And Liebel chased it up, couldn't catch up, 3 outs. So Ohio's done here in the first inning. Great start for the New Albany, Indiana starter, Chase Lush.
Yeah, not the sharp breaking ball that we've seen earlier in the inning, but a kind of a hanger up in the zone will do the job nicely.
Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We're at Grant Park here in Westfield, Indiana. An elimination game between the two New Albanys, Ohio and Indiana. Winner will play Grosse Pointe Wood Shores Little League of Michigan. They're in the championship game tomorrow at 5 Eastern on ESPN. Let's meet the kids from Indiana.
Brian Jackson. Here's our team.
Hi, my name is Chase Lush, and I like to plant gardens.
Hi, my name is Caden Reed, and I like to fish. Hi, my name is Aiden Lehman, and I like to golf.
I'm Luke Crewer, and I like stylish hair. Hi, my name is Brian Lowell, and I like cooking.
I'm Maxwell Alexander, and I like to go to the movies.
My name is Landon Gunn, and I like to go kart.
My name is Gavin Wren, and I like to look at the stars.
My name is Cody Jackson, and I like playing chess. Checkmate.
My name is Cooper Anderson, and I like to jump on my pogo stick.
My name is Glenn Hamilton. I like to turkey hunt.
Woo! My name is Cole Hewitt. I like to play ping pong. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's what a turkey sounds like, at least that's what Glenn Hamilton thinks. The kids from New Albany, Indiana. They're coming off a loss 14-2 to Team Michigan. They would love a rematch. and get past Ohio. That will happen tomorrow. Leadoff man is Maxwell Alexander. Aiden Booth is on the mound for New Albany, Ohio. Yesterday he threw 21 pitches, so he could come back today.
Got a good feel for a breaking ball and a changeup. New Albany hitters are going to have to deal with the off-speed for sure.
And there's an off-speed pitch that stays up and in to Maxwell Alexander. 2 for 8 this week during the regional, and both of his hits came in the first game against Ohio. A win for Indiana, 8-5. That was on Monday. Flailed at it, and now it's 1-2.
And when you start to see swings like that, you know that Alexander's maybe a little anxious looking for that fastball, and if you're facing Booth, you got to really be aware of how he changes speeds.
The 1-2 to the leadoff hitting catcher.
Very deliberate in his windup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Aiden Booth has been a very important part of the Ohio pitching staff. As a closer, as a starter. 2-2, whack foul. He closed the 2 wins against Boardman in the state tournament. Again, was on the mound yesterday. Kind of bridged the game between the starter and the guy who ended up finishing it. Clark was great as the starter. Richardson ended up getting the last out. The 2-2. Hit hard to the second baseman. Eckleberry with a nice play. 1 down. Now Luke Kruer will come up. They're going to pinch hit right away here in the first inning. Gavin Rand is going to bat in the number 2 spot. Again, these coaches have to deal with the mandatory play rule, and we've seen varying strategies. Some guys get to it later in the game, some earlier. And we're seeing Brian Jackson go to a pinch hitter right away in the 2 spot in the order. There's Brian, 42-year-old IT consultant when he's not coaching Little League.
I don't know that we've seen someone this early in the batting order be pinch hit for this early in the ball game.
No balls, 1 strike.
Kruger was just 1 for 6 coming into this ball game. It's an entire Indiana club that's been struggling with the bats.
Ball.
And Indiana has 13 players on the roster, so everybody on the roster will get at least 1 plate appearance. Gavin Rand, hitless so far in the regional. The 1-1. New Albany, Indiana made the Great Lakes Regional for their 2nd straight year, 4th time in the last 5 years. Two and two now. Boy, a hitter has a lot of time to think up there when Aiden Booth is on the mound. It is a very, very slow delivery.
Changeup, got away with that one, hung it. But yeah, you'll see as he turns his shoulders and slides his right foot across the mound, that's where he really digs in and gets his grip. It's about a 50-50 mix, fastball, changeup. Well, the changeup breaking ball is about 50%, and then the fastball is the other half. He is not afraid to throw the off-speed in any count.
Strikeout. Clark, the catcher, has to throw down to first. Rand is a strikeout victim. 2 up, 2 down.
Goes to the breaking ball here. Nice shape to that pitch. Really, really good 12-6er right there. And again, if they didn't know coming into this ball game, I'm sure they're talking about it in the dugout right now. This is a a young man who is going to show you plenty of breaking balls.
This is Jack Bile, the right fielder. Bile has 3 hits in the regional this week. He's 3 for 8 with a run batted in. They call him the Chicken Man because his family used to own the Chicken House restaurant there in New Albany, Indiana. And that nickname has stuck. Ball and a strike. Now, you're from Louisville, and New Albany's, right across the river.
Right.
Did you ever eat at the Chicken House?
I didn't, unfortunately. I think that would have appealed to me.
Sounds like it'd be right up your alley. I like chicken. The 1-1. Hit hard. That's a base hit under the glove of Barenbrock at third into left. Oakleaf throws it in. The play, not in time. That's a double for Jack Bile. Good hustle getting into second base.
Yeah, he was flying. Gets a breaking ball and rips it past Barenbrock. Oakleaf did all he could to try to get it back as quickly as he could, but Bile hesitated just a touch but had the speed to finish the play. New Albany trying to get a little 2-out rally going here.
I'm going to change it to a single and an error. And Landon Gum comes up with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. First base runner for Indiana. Landon Gum is only hit in the regional, that big 2-run single in the 3rd inning against Ohio on Monday. Part of the 8-5 win for Indiana. And a 5-run 3rd inning that day. Chance to play to run with a base hit here. Good hitters count here. 2-0. Aiden Booth winds and fires.
2-0 breaking ball. And you could tell Gum just never saw the spin on that one. Swung about 6 or 8 inches over the top of it. Really tough to think with Booth. I mean, he will throw any pitch in any count.
Clark sets up outside. Skips in the dirt. Bile thought about racing for third. He'll hold up. And now it's 3-1. Clark is going to go out for a chat with Booth.
Well, he threw a 2-0 breaking ball. Will he throw a 3-1? Probably. Now, I will say Bile did get a hanger, so we've seen the breaking ball squared up.
One strike. Hey.
Hit hard to the third baseman, Barenbrock. He gobbles it up, low throw, plucked at first by Max Perper. Bile gets a base hit, but he's stranded at second. And Indiana is turned away in the first.
Nice job of staying down on that baseball right there. Ohio keeps it scoreless.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's, and in part by the Honda Odyssey, official vehicle of Little League since 1996.
Chris Burke back here in Westfield. New Albany versus New Albany. All right, we're going to figure out by the end of the night which is the better team, at least on this night. Who's the better dancing team as far as you can tell?
Too close to call at this point. I need to see more.
New Albany, Ohio, losing to Indiana 8-5, but they have bounced back with 2 wins against Illinois and Kentucky to get here. They hit in the top of their second. Charlie Oakleaf doubled last inning. They're stranded at third. Now Zach Barenbrock leads it off for Ohio. New Albany, Ohio, just outside of Columbus. Zach Barenbrock, they call him Z-Bear, And he is the one who makes great French toast.
You French toast guy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I do like it. I don't like making it. I don't like making a lot of things, though.
You'll clean it up. You just won't prepare it.
I might not even do that. He's got a bit of a stoic way about him. At least the team teases him about it. That he doesn't smile enough. Well, he's got a good smile. We saw it during the introductions.
Yeah, he had a smile when he was talking about French toast. That was for sure.
2-1 rides inside, 3-1. And he says if he wins the lottery, he's going to buy his parents a house.
That's pretty cool.
3 balls, 1 strike.
They've got him trained well.
Yeah. Is he playing the lottery? Maybe they don't have him trained well.
You're right. Let's go back to his intro.
Now you say he doesn't smile very much.
3 balls,
I make amazing French toast.
I guess there's not a little bit of smile there.
At least he was having some fun. He can hit it, too, pretty good. He's got a couple of hits in the regional, a couple of runs batted in.
Everybody in the crowd jump.
Yesterday, he swung it well.
Yeah, part of that juggernaut that was the top 5 hitters in their order.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Hey.
Full count. Back up the middle. Has the glove of Lush. The shortstop Jackson has it. Throws to Hamilton. And another long at bat. But another out recorded by Chase Lush. I'll catch all the excitement of the Little League World Series, including how to visit Williamsport. Scores, stats, highlights, more, and visit littleleague.org. One down. Now here's Ben Clark, one of the team captains for Ohio. His dad, Jake, he's an assistant coach. Clark is catching today. He was the winning pitcher yesterday against Kentucky.
And he was fantastic. You talk about a breaking ball. We're seeing a pretty good one from Booth today, but Clark had Kentucky totally off balance with that breaking ball he was spinning yesterday.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball to the third baseman, Gum. Landon Gum showing off his arm. 2 down.
Well, a couple nice plays by the left side of the infield. Really good jump there by Gum.
Visit littleleague.org or follow along on social media with hashtag LLWS. You've been on your phone in between innings, keeping up on the other regionals and the Little League regionals. And the road to Williamsport. Also keeping an eye on the PGA. Lash to left. Base hit for Max Perper. Boy, he wasted no time jumping on Chase Lush. Lush has had to deal with long at-bats with several of these Ohio hitters, but not with Perper. Perper just serves one into left.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a hanging breaking ball right there up around the letters, and Perper ripped it into left field. Lush was hoping for a quick one to try to get his pitch count back in order.
So the guy they call the Big Cat is on at first, and now Brandon Eckelberry with a dribbler up the line. Lush, the throw over to first, and Perper is stranded. A couple of base runners for Ohio, but no runs so far.
For Ohio in the top of the second inning, no runs, 1 hit.
Ohio and Indiana going to the bottom of the second inning. Congratulations to all the teams, all the state champs from around the Great Lakes region who made it here to Westfield, Indiana. We're down to 3 teams. Ohio and Indiana and Michigan still alive for a chance to get to Williamsport. Michigan won it last year, the same Little League, Grosse Pointe Wood Shores. the 2014 champion, New Albany, Indiana. Now, they were awarded that championship retroactively. That was the year that Jackie Robinson West Little League was stripped of their championship. There was controversy there. But New Albany Little League would love a chance to get to Williamsport. That year, they did not get that. It's going to be a foul ball off the bat of Cody Jackson.
Yeah, looking to actually get a chance to play. Now, Little League, really neat thing. The next year, they brought all those kids in there and let them have the experience of being there. But this team certainly hunting a chance to make some history of their own.
No balls, 1 strike. Play.
Cody Jackson at the plate. His dad, Brian, is the manager. Jackson, the shortstop. Brian has another son, Gavin, who is on the 10-year-old state title team.
You got a battle now, 20. Man.
The 0-2 to Cody. That's flicked foul. You see the pitch count now for Aiden Booth is up over 21. That would mean that, he would need a day of rest, but it's not going to matter because you can't pitch 3 days in a row in Little League Baseball. So Aiden Booth was going to go beyond 21 anyway today.
Yeah, today is – normally they use him as a reliever, but today he's the guy. It's his game until he proves otherwise.
1-2.
See if they stick with that familiar pattern of climbing the ladder and then throwing the breaking ball off of it. Yeah, I believe New Albany watched the film yesterday and saw how they like to use that sequence.
Breaking ball over the head of Cody Jackson. The team from Indiana has never won the Little League World Series. Close a couple of times back in the early 70s. Brian Jackson would love to take these kids to Williamsport. His son's at the plate. It's a 2-2 count.
Got a pretty nice AB going right now. You can tell he is thinking about that breaking ball. Tardy on the fastball. And again, when you're facing a pitcher that will consistently show you that he will go to that breaking ball, you got to give something up to be competitive on that pitch. And you can tell he's not worried about getting beat on the fastball because he looks to be hunting that breaking ball.
Breaking ball stays in the zone. Cody Jackson didn't think so. It's a strikeout, and it's the second for Aiden Booth.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. A breaking ball that just appeared to be up. Home plate umpire John Budnick felt like it caught the top of the zone. And a breaking ball that starts at the shoulders and finishes just above the letters goes for strike 3.
And now here's Brian Wall. First pitch to him is outside.
I think the hard part about the high breaking ball is it starts so up that sometimes it's hard to get yourself to pull the trigger. The thing about it is if you can get yourself to swing at it, it's actually a pretty decent pitch to hit.
Brian Wall, the second baseman for Indiana. 1 for 4 in the regional with a run batted in. He went on a tear during the state tournament, hit 700 during state tournament play. And that's 3-0. Wall has been taking good at bats, too. I mean, he had a 12-pitch at bat against Kentucky yesterday. Now he's got a 3-0 count here as Clark goes out for a chat with Booth again.
That's fine, but we got to understand that.
Just keep grinding out good ABs. Don't want to do anything crazy here on 3-0. See if we can get back in the count. I'm expecting a take right here from Wall. And now you let it rip. You don't get Booth in too many predictable counts, but I think 3-1 You got to feel pretty good about your chances of getting a heater right here. Let's see if Wall lets it rip.
Full count.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
Good one to swing at right there. It looked like maybe he was taken all the way again.
Aiden Booth has a demeanor on the mound for Ohio that belies his age. He's the youngest player on that New Albany, Ohio team. Turned 12 in April. He seems very composed.
No doubt. It's a really good word. It can't really tell whether things are going his way or not. He just keeps a very steady way about him.
Brian Wall. It's a piece of it to stay alive.
His dad, Dave, giving him some tips from the first base coaching box. You could tell they're father and son, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Dave Wall, a 41-year-old construction worker. That's going to get in there for a base hit down the right field side. There's Mom. And that's their second hit for Indiana.
That's a heck of an AB right there. 3-0, goes back to full, fights a couple pitches off, gets a fastball up in the zone, and drops it into right field. New Albany trying to build some momentum as the pitcher, Chase Lush, gets a chance.
Here comes High Sox. Breaking ball. First strike. We were talking about Chase's dad, Andrew, who was a college football player at Louisville. Mom was a really good basketball player, too.
Yeah, it's pretty good bloodlines right there. Both your parents are D1 athletes. You can see the body of this young man. He looks like he's going to fall right in line.
Now Aiden Booth hit him in the body.
There you go.
2 on, 1 out for Indiana. Good opportunity here for New Albany, Indiana to take the lead.
That's your first one, Coach.
Blaine Hamilton coming up, but we're going to get a special pinch runner.
Over at first base as a special pinch runner, number 23, Cooper Anderson.
Cooper Anderson is going to run. Special pinch runner. Can be used twice per game, but only once per inning. A team can use a player not in the batting order as a special pinch runner.
Just reset and have fun. Just keep throwing strikes. All right, let your defense work. We got 1 out. All right, we got forces here in the middle. All right, roll me a ground ball. All right, have fun. All right, have fun.
Greg, Coach, first visit.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think when you get a kid like Booth who's started the game completely composed and looked to be in total command of his stuff, anytime you see a couple base runners get on, especially when that breaking ball gets away from him like that, I think it's wise for Coach to go out there and just kind of kick the tires, see how he's feeling.
Blaine Hamilton has a couple of hits in the regional and an RBI, and he sends this one into center field. They're going to hold the runner at third. Wall puts on the brakes. Bases loaded for Indiana with 1 out here in the second inning.
Well, that was a wise decision by Brian Jackson on a ball smoked up the middle by Blaine Hamilton. Ben Liebel came up and threw a strike home. I think they would have had Wall at the plate. Heck of a throw right there by Liebel, and now Aiden Booth going to have to make some pitches.
The number 9 man in the order, Cole Hewitt, the center fielder for Indiana.
Ball, that's up.
Doesn't have a hit here in Westfield yet this week. He's 0 for 3. But he got an historic hit in New Albany, Indiana. He got the first hit at the new Little League facility in that town this year.
That's cool. He'll be remembered forever for that.
Ball, that's it.
1-0 is inside, 2-0. Well, the inning started for Aiden Booth very well with a strikeout. A strikeout looking, he got Cody Jackson. But now Indiana has loaded the bases. Line drive, base hit. Wall scores. Anderson being waved around. He will score easily. Hamilton chugs into third. It's a 2-run double for the number 9 man, Cole Hewitt. And Indiana leads 2-0.
Well, it wasn't long ago that Cole Hewitt was hitting second. And this is a young man that can swing the bat, but he's been scuffling lately, and you can see just how easily he gets that barrel in the zone, drives that ball in the left center field gap, and a huge swing of the bat. And the first base hit of the Great Lakes Regional for Cole Hewitt.
Now Alexander, the leadoff man, calls time and backs out of the box. Alexander grounded out to second his first time up. His dad is assistant coach Nick Alexander. So Indiana breaks on top, 2-0 here in the second. Winner on to the championship game tomorrow against Michigan for a right to go to the Little League World Series next week. And you know, Indiana has such a bad taste in its mouth from the game on Wednesday against Michigan. We'll have another shot at them. Two and 0.
And one of the biggest differences in this inning for Booth, he just working from behind. He was 3-0 to Wall. Hit Lush with a breaking ball. Hamilton got a first pitch base hit, and then Hewitt got ahead 2-0. 2-0 in the count. So just not throwing strike one.
42 pitches for Aiden Booth total. But 23 have come this inning.
2 balls, no strikes. Play.
2 on, 1 out. There's a strike, 2-1. It's already been a good inning for Indiana. They've got the top of the order up, looking to do more damage here in the second. In this elimination game.
Ball, that's out.
That's 3-1. And the number 2 hitter, Luke Kruer, scheduled to hit next. He was pinch hit for in the first inning. Of course, he can re-enter and likely would in that spot. Ground ball left side. Trying to backhand it is the shortstop. Given, it goes over his glove, and another run scores. It's 3-0 Indiana. Hewitt goes to third on the play, and Alexander kept right on running. He's standing at second.
Nice job of base running right there by Maxwell Alexander. Ball's hit pretty hard. Given tries to field it via the pop-up slide. The ball takes one big hop over his glove. It's a pretty tough E right there, but credit Maxwell Alexander for having his head up and advancing another base. Indiana got a chance to put up a big number right here in the bottom of the second.
And this is Kruer hitting for himself this time. Now, if you were going to coach Given on how to have fielded that ball, would you have told him to do something different than what he tried to do?
I guess you could try to get around it. The question is, if you get around it, does your momentum take you so much to the outfield where you can't throw the runner out?
Back up the middle. He'll get another chance at short. Nicely done by Given and caught by Perper at first. But another run scores as Hewitt crosses home plate. Alexander moves to third. That's an RBI for Kruer.
Nice play there by Given. Kruer moves the baseball and gets him another run.
Indiana, right fielder, number 5, Jack Bile.
Out in front there, but Given moves to his left. Perper does a nice job of finishing the plays. Given kind of throws off balance. Nice job there by Max Perper finishing that one off.
The 8th man to come to the plate for Indiana as they have scored 4 here in the second. Jack Bile up now. The breaking ball misses high. Well, this is the kind of inning that Indiana has been waiting for. They didn't get it against Michigan. They didn't really have it in that game against the defending champs in this region.
No, they came into this game hitting just a touch above 200. I mean, they just really haven't swung the bats. And Booth just looks like he's laboring. I mean, we know
looks
that
tired.
we know he's deliberate. Even yesterday when the stuff was sharper, he was deliberate, but doesn't look like the kid we saw yesterday or in the first inning today. And I'm a little surprised we haven't seen anybody else from Ohio.
Three out of Bile. Strike. I've got to credit these Indiana hitters, too, for being particular, getting what they want before they offer.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And the patience has paid off. We've had a lot of base runners this inning. They plated 4 runs. One is scorched out of the glove of Barrenbrock. It'll score another run. Alexander comes in. Well, that should have been the 3rd out, but Barrenbrock couldn't hold on, and it's 5-0.
And that ball is smoked. Again, another pitch up in the zone. Barrenbrock just can't finish the play. But Booth just doesn't quite have it right now. Doesn't seem to have the feel for the breaking ball like we've seen from him in the past.
And another pinch hitter for Indiana as Aiden Lehman comes up. He'll get a chance here with 2 outs in the 2nd. Ninth man to hit for Indiana in the inning.
That's what I got armor on for. Go balls, 1 strike. Play.
Booth just trying to get off the field at this point. A couple good pitches to start this AB.
Called strike 3, so Aiden Booth will limit the damage to 5. A big inning for Indiana. The international field is almost set for Williamsport. Just Team Canada yet to be determined. That'll happen on Saturday. There you see the international field. Last year, Japan won the whole thing. We've got 2 regions determined in the United States, the Southwest and the Southeast. Houston, Texas on its way to Williamsport, and Peachtree City, Georgia will be there as well. Little League World Series starts a week from yesterday. Next Thursday, the 16th. We'll have wall-to-wall coverage again. Volunteer in Lamedy.
The great Kyle Peterson will be there.
The great.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying now?
I think it's in his
Great
contract.
KP.
We have to refer to him that way.
Alongside Chris Burke, I'm Clay Matvick. You started your career at St. Matthew's Little League in Louisville, Kentucky, just across the river from New Albany, Indiana, as it happens, and made it onto the major leagues. Some of these guys might too. Aiden Booth had a tough half inning on the mound. He got a pep talk from his coach, Greg Eckelberry.
No balls, 1 strike.
Looks like they're going to stay with him on the mound. We'll have to wait and see for sure.
Ball, that's out.
Aiden Booth batting in the number 9 spot for New Albany, Ohio. Has a couple of hits in the regional. And he sprays this one to the right fielder. Right at Bile for the first out. This is what Greg Eckelberry had to say to Aiden.
Hey, come here. Hey, you're fine. Listen, you're fine. You did a nice job. You battled back there. I'm proud of you. You feeling good? How's the arm feel? Good?
Good.
No problems? All right, we'll keep you up there for a little bit.
There you go.
Well, I like the encouraging piece. There's no doubt that Booth, as much as he keeps that poker face out there, it looked like the body language started to slow down, and you can't help but be disappointed when you give up a 5 spot. Little surprised we're not going to see a new arm next inning. Might tell us where Ohio is with their pitching at this point.
That's a foul ball. As we're back to the top of the order, and Garrett Given, who was a strikeout victim of Chase Lush back in the first. Four hits, 5 runs for Indiana.
No balls, 2 strikes.
In the bottom of the second. They have the lead. Winner moves on to the title game tomorrow against Michigan. Loser's done for the year. Lush with a strikeout. 2 down.
Ooh, that was bringing it.
Mr. Lush looks like he's building confidence. Nothing like a little 5 spot to get you smiling a little easier on that mound.
That's his 4th strikeout, his first since the first inning when he struck out the side. He gave up a double in the first, but get all 3 outs via the strikeout.
Uh-oh, Zach Casey goes with the aluminum after the punch out. He has ditched the wood.
What?
3 knocks yesterday, a bunch of bullets, and we got 1 punch out, and we're abandoned ship.
I think he's giving up too easy. I like the sound of the wood, too.
No doubt.
Ball, that's up.
But, 0 for 1's a big slump. Sometimes you got to make a switch.
Yes, in the life of a little leaguer, it is. Everything's big to these kids. There's a chopper to the second baseman, backhanded by Wall. Nice play. Wow. Did he get him?
Wow.
You bet. So 1-2-3 inning for Lush. Got a little help from his friends. And we've played 2.5. Indiana looking good, leading 5-0 and playing well in the field.
How about Brian Wall? He started the rally last inning on offense and now throws a man out from his knees. Indiana playing some baseball, folks.
Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. You want to play Little League in your community? Visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League program near you. And there are thousands all over the country, all over the world, and so many kids playing this great game. The ultimate goal is to get to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The Little League World Series starts next week. These 2 teams in contention. But this is an elimination game here tonight. Loser is out. The winner will play Grosse Pointe Wood Shores Little League from Michigan tomorrow. They're the reigning champs here in the Great Lakes Regional.
Yeah, they're the reigning champs, and they've been bulldozing people here so far this week. So whoever goes on to win this game's got their hands full tomorrow afternoon.
There is the bracket, 5 Eastern time on ESPN. We'll have coverage of the Great Lakes Regional title game. One of the 6 champions who will be crowned from the U.S. tomorrow. We've already got 2 headed to Williamsport. Cody Jackson, who led off the big second inning for Indiana, leads off the third as well. Comebacker to Booth. Skips to the shortstop. Given no play. Base hit for Cody Jackson to start the 3rd inning.
Well, what the Indiana coaching staff was hoping for seems to be coming to fruition, which was that the boys were saving all their knocks for the last couple days of this tournament. Jackson struck out looking his last at bat on a tough call, comes up aggressive, hits it hard right back up the middle to start the 3rd.
Brian Wall single and a run scored in the 2nd. Shows bunt, pops it up. Clark didn't see it right away. I don't think he would have had a play anyway.
I would not be giving Ohio an out right now. Wall got things started last inning. Booth seems to be on the ropes right here. There's a lot of different ways in Little League Baseball to advance 60 feet. I don't know that you need to give the team an out to do it. Not in the third.
Let's see if they keep the bunt on. Wall's swinging away this time. And he swings and misses, 0-2. Again, that pep talk from Greg Eckelberry, the Ohio head coach, with Aiden Booth coming off the field last inning, and we'll see how he responds here. He's already given up a hit. Another big Indiana inning, and you also have to think about the run rule. Could possibly come into effect as early as the fourth.
Yeah, I mean, there's
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You could be right in this ball game with another 0, or it could get away from you right here.
Chopper to the right side. Perper will go to second, as Given is covering there for the force out. So Jackson's retired. We'll bring up Lush.
Nice play there by Perper. Way to get the lead out. The ball takes you towards second base. Did a nice job of making an accurate feed.
For Indiana, the pitcher, number 0, Chase Lush.
Lush was hit by a pitch his first time up, and then Anderson pinch ran for him, and he ended up scoring part of that 5-run inning.
Ball, that's up.
Ball 1. Indiana has had some great moments this season, especially in the postseason. Showed some perseverance, too, especially in the state tournament. And hit by a pitch again. And Lush kind of flips the bat away. Tell he's getting tired of getting hit.
Yeah, almost a exact replica of what happened last at bat. Both of them breaking balls. Mudd's lost a few of those, or excuse me, Booth has lost a few of those breaking balls.
Now you got to wonder about Greg Eckelberry maybe making a pitching change. Well, here he's making his way to the mound. Eckelberry, a 46-year-old fireman when he's not coaching baseball.
Hey, I think we got to make a change here, okay? How you feel?
Fine.
Okay, you did a really nice job. I'm really proud of you. Okay, you pitched really well. You got us. I wanted to get 3 innings from you. You made it happen. Okay, not a big deal. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna bring Charlie in. Okay, all right, and you can come get a drink and relax. Okay, you did a really good job. Okay.
Charlie Oakleaf, who caught yesterday, has been in left field today, will move to the mound. Aiden Booth is done. 5-0 Indiana. So Aiden Booth leaves the game after throwing 63 pitches for Ohio. Some guys having fun. Charlie Oakleaf comes to the mound. Aiden Booth not having a lot of fun right now. That's disappointing for a kid. He gave it his all, and you can see the New Albany, Indiana kids, they're consoling him a little bit, giving him some high fives as he walks off. Didn't go the way he wanted to, but now he gives way to Charlie Oakleaf, a very good 12-year-old pitcher for Ohio. He'll try to hold Indiana in check here.
Yeah, he's got a tall task. Comes in with 1 out and 2 on, trying to keep his club in the ball game.
Hamilton at the plate. He showed bunt, but pulls the bat back. Blaine Hamilton, a single and a run scored for Indiana.
Good heads up, man.
Look out, that hit him in the helmet.
Go.
Back-to-back hit batsmen by 2 different pitchers. And the bases are loaded for Indiana. A breaking ball that just came up and sideways out of his hand. Never got on top of that breaking ball. Fortunately, Hamilton was able to make an adjustment. That will have a special pinch runner. Mom doesn't want to see that.
No.
Pinch runner number 6, Maddox Culpepper. And the Indiana batter, center fielder, 35, Cole.
Maddox Culpepper is going to be a special pinch runner for Team Indiana over at first base. To second for one. They get the force there. Another run scores. It's 6-0.
Nice job there by Eckelberry. Get that lead out. Trying to avoid the big inning here.
For Indiana, the catcher.
So Hewitt's at first after the fielder's choice. She's over at third. And Maxwell Alexander, the leadoff man, coming up for the third time. He reached on an error his last time up and came around to score. And on to second on that play is Hewitt. No throw. Charlie Oakleaf, the pitch. Back up the middle off the bat of Alexander. That's going to score one more run for Indiana.
Well, it's got to do Brian Jackson a lot of good to see his club swinging the bat with so much confidence. A bullet right back up the middle by Maxwell Alexander. Now Indiana's got to start to think about getting to that 10-run rule here.
Ground ball to the shortstop under the glove of Given. He can't believe it. And that'll make it 7-0 Indiana. 8-0.
Indiana right fielder, number 5, Jack File.
And we will have a conference on the mound. Just amongst the players.
Ryle been swinging the bat really good. Double his first at bat, single his last at bat. Tell you, one big swing right here, and we got ourselves a 10 spot.
No visit from Greg Eckelberry. The infield talks with Charlie Oakleaf on the mound, and now Jack Bile is ready to hit for Indiana. He's got 2 ribbies today on a couple of singles. Runner goes. Alexander, the throw is in time, and Alexander's out. So Indiana runs themselves out of the inning, but they score a bunch, and they lead it 8-0 now. We've played 3. Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell comes your way from Wrigley Field this week as Bryce Harper and the Nationals take on the Cubs in the finale of that 3-game series. Coverage begins on ESPN at 7 Eastern with Baseball Tonight's Sunday Night Countdown presented by Chevrolet, followed by the game. Chris Bryant, the third baseman for the Cubs. He played Little League Baseball in Las Vegas. And Anthony Rizzo was a Cub in Little League before he was a Major League Cub. These Little Leaguers playing for the right to beat in the title game tomorrow against Michigan. And right now, Indiana is on cruise control, leading 8-0 as we go to the 4th. Charlie Oakleaf, who's now on the mound for Ohio, leads off the 4th. And how does this team start to pick away, Chris Burke?
Well, it starts with the leadoff hitter. I mean, you got to find some sort of confidence, some sort of momentum. Here you are in the middle of your order. Good spot to be.
Ground ball out to Wall, the second baseman. And Oakleaf is out. He falls down after crossing the bag. He's a little mad at himself. A lot of emotion here tonight from these kids, and you can understand there's so much at stake.
No doubt. Well, and you're so close. I mean, here you are in the semifinals. You're so close to getting to Williamsport. You know, all these kids grew up watching that event every year, wanting to be a part of it, and it's right here in front of you. So there's a lot to manage here if you're a coaching staff at this point in the tournament.
Chase Lush has to jump out of the way of that one to avoid being hit. Ben Liebel with a missile back up the middle.
Tap dancing out there on the mound.
Yeah, this young man right here, he can swing the bat now.
Slide for a second.
Big part of the offensive outburst they had yesterday, a rocket right back up the box.
That's his 7th hit of the region.
Yeah, that's how you start to chip away. Quality swings.
Zach Barenbrock, the third baseman, who grounded out to short his only time up. Swings and misses at a pitch that he wishes he had held up on. Barenbrock also plays soccer. He's on a traveling team in New Albany, Ohio. Fouls it back to the net. 0-2. How close did you get to Williamsport when you were at St. Matthews?
We won the state, went to the regional, which back then Kentucky played in the Southeast Regional. There was only 4 regionals then. And we got beat by a team from Round Rock, Texas in the first game. It was single elimination.
Strikeout, 2 down. So you can really relate to the emotion that these kids are feeling here tonight.
Without question. I mean, once you get to the regionals, I think everybody feels like they got a real shot at it. Look at that guy right there.
That's the worst haircut in the history of mankind.
Like a young Cal Ripken. Now, did you just get your haircut with your hat on? Or did you brush your hair with your hat on? Or how did you do
Looks
that?
like I had a cut with a blowtorch. Again, you look much more athletic in your shot. We had to show the dates, didn't we?
Yeah.
The years. That was unkind by our production crew. Thanks, Joe. Two outs, man on first for Ben Clark. Kai Boonmany in this spot in the order now for Clark as a pinch hitter.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hey.
Boonmany, a Taekwondo expert.
Ball, that's all. I'm not that mean.
There's Dad.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Mom looking on. 2-2. And Chase Lush looking good. He hasn't used a ton of pitches either to get to this point. 2 outs in the 4th. Fly ball right field. Drifting toward the bullpen, and Bile crashes in to the right field fence.
How about that effort? Jack Bile.
Is he okay over there? I hope so.
Going all in for this foul ball. There's the Eric Burns reference I made from the first game. That's an Eric Burns type of effort right there.
Our buddy Burnsy. Line drive by Boonmany, but right at Jackson, who makes the catch. Good inning again for Lush. We played 3.5. It's 8-0 Indiana. The battle of the New Albany's, Ohio and Indiana. And right now, Indiana is looking like they're going to advance to tomorrow's Great Lakes Region Final. It's 8-0 as they get ready to hit here in the bottom of the 4th. This is our Honda game summary. And Chase Lush has pitched well. His team has given him great run support, Chris Burke.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the ball game. Chase Lush has been dominant on the mound, and the Indiana bats have finally awoke, and they're swinging with a lot of confidence.
Jack Bile was getting ready to hit, but he's being called back to the dugout. I think we're going to see a pinch hitter here to start the 4th inning for Indiana. You know, Bile was shaken up on that ball he went after in foul ground down the right field side, right by the bullpen, crashed into the fence. You wonder if he's going to even stay in this game the way they're kind of treating him down there in the dugout right now. Maddox Culpepper's got the plate.
And I'm sure with an 8-run lead, also Brian Jackson trying to make sure everybody gets their AB here, because 2 runs and this ball game's over.
Culpepper with a dribbler back to the pitcher. Oakleaf throws him out. Culpepper was in the game earlier as a special pinch runner. That's his first at bat. He's out number 1 of the 4th.
For Indiana, the third baseman, 16.
Landon Gum comes back up, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Now, if Indiana could score twice, the game would be over. Ten-run rule after 4. Do you think that's in the mind of Indiana? Let's end it here. The coaches talk about that?
Probably not the coaching staff, but I would think the kids are anxious to put this one away. Get one step closer to the ultimate dream. Anytime you get a chance to put an opponent like Ohio away, you want to do it. Last thing you want is to keep giving them ABs.
3 balls, no strikes. Ball, that's in.
That's inside, almost hit him.
It looked like it did, but
yeah,
I guess
doesn't matter.
A moot point.
Ball 4. So Gum is aboard, and the winning run will come to the plate. Cody Jackson, who's got a hit in 2 trips.
Yes.
He went around. That's a strike. John Budnick, our home plate umpire, he's done a great job here this week. Calling balls and strikes for the 2nd straight day.
Whoa.
It's close at first, but Culpepper, Landon Gum is able to get back.
0 balls, 2 strikes.
Jackson strikes out. It's the first strikeout for Charlie Oakleaf. 2 down. And another pinch hitter for Team Indiana. Caden Reed.
Pinch hitting for Indiana, number 3, Caden Reed.
Reed fouls it off. There's one more Indiana player, Chris, that hasn't hit yet, and that's Cooper Anderson. Good bet that if Reed gets on, we'll see him.
No balls, 1 strike.
He ran earlier in the ball game, but is yet to have a plate appearance.
Line drive caught by the first baseman. Max Perper has played a really good first base for Ohio. But Ohio's down 8. They've got a lot of work to do as this game is getting late.
We knew the Little Leaguers would be excited to meet the big leaguers and their heroes. This is something they will never forget.
All 16 teams have gathered here to see a big league game. And Bell cranks one. First pitch gone. A diving catch.
Last year, the Little League Classic at Williamsport was a raging success. We expect it to be the same this year. The Mets and the Phillies will meet on August 19th at 7 Eastern. We'll have it for you. It'll be year 2 of the Little League Classic. What a treat for those kids. What a treat for the big leaguers.
The big leaguers, I'm telling you. I think they probably enjoyed it more than the Little Leaguers. It's anytime you can get out of the normal routine, because you're talking about the dog days now. I know the All-Star break wasn't that long ago, but you get there in the middle of August 19th. Now you're right in the heart of the dog days of the season. So to do something that's outside the box and be around the kids and feel the authenticity of their love for the game,
right,
and see that look in their eyes where so many of them have the dreams to be in the shoes of those players, I'm sure it's just as big a thrill for the big leaguers.
Malcolm Karsmer, a pinch hitter, leads off the 5th for Ohio, down 8 runs. Karsmer, the only lefty on Team Ohio. He's 1 for 5 in the regional. The coaches say that he's got a high baseball IQ, and right now he has first base after the walk. He's like another coach, they say. Very smart guy. So Karsmer's on. That's what Ohio needs. Need guys running the bases.
We got an 8-run lead here. We got an 8-run lead here. Just those strikes. You're getting tired? That's fine. Hey, just buckle it back in. All right, just give you a little quick break here. You okay? It's 2 times 2. Let's go. Come on.
Is that your trick?
That's one, Coach.
Here's Brian Jackson keeping it light.
You know why I like the question? It demands that he was actually listening.
Your turn.
And you could tell the delay in the response lets you know maybe he wasn't quite, because we know he knows the answer, but he had to snap out of it. I like that from Brian Jackson.
A little break for Chase Lush. He works with a base runner at first to Busowitz. Ronan Busowitz pinch hitting here for Ohio. Tallest kid on the team at 5'9", 140-pound 12-year-old. That is a big 12-year-old. Catches the inside corner. Busowitz 1 for 3 with a run batted in this week.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Came in the win over Illinois. Ohio beat Illinois 4-0, one of their 2 wins. Swung on and missed. And Lush makes quick work of Busowitz after the chat on the mound.
Time.
Looking for training and information for coaches, umpires, volunteers, and parents? Get free backyard tips, practice plans, drills, videos, and more. Visit LittleLeagueUniversity.org today.
The left fielder, 14, Josh Richardson.
One down as Richardson will come up in the number 9 spot. Josh Richardson.
Play.
He finished the game on the mound yesterday for Ohio in that 9-1 win over Kentucky.
Ball.
You can't tell under that helmet, but he's got great hair.
Yeah, he might not be a major leaguer yet, but he already has big league hair.
Fly ball right field. Bile, who's sticking it out there after crashing in to the fence and foul ground last inning. Makes the catch for out number 2.
Josh Richardson's barber definitely does not use a blowtorch like yours, Clay.
Oh, the 80s, when bangs were in style. Or at least I thought they were. They probably weren't.
Look good on you, though.
Back to the top of the order, and Garrett Given. That's
now.
backhanded
Hey
by
now.
Gum. What a play. Everything going Indiana's way in this ball game tonight. Landon Gum. Backhand pick and throw for out number 3.
Big time play to get the Hoosiers off the field. How about put your nose down on a backhand, stick your right foot in the ground, and a laser across the diamond.
For Ohio in the top of the 5th.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's.
New Albany, Indiana, dancing. They could be dancing here in a little bit. They lead at 8-0. Little League would like to extend its appreciation to its official sponsors like Baseball Factory and Cigna, who help maintain the strength and leadership of the Little League program. Little League would also like to thank its volunteers who make the program a special experience for millions and millions of kids. Clay Matvick and Chris Burke back here at Grand Park. Westfield, Indiana. In suburban Indianapolis, the weather has been great the last couple of days. Beautiful night. In this elimination game in the Great Lakes, winner will play Grosse Pointe, Michigan tomorrow for a right to go to Williamsport in the Little League World Series. Chase Lush, who's been great on the mound for Indiana, starts the inning off. First pitch, ground ball. Purple steps on the bag. 1 down. Now, if Indiana can get 2, again, that 10-run rule would come into play, but the game is 6 innings anyway, so Indiana inching closer. They're going to send Cooper Anderson to the plate. Pinch hitter here in the 8th spot. Line drive. Look out, Coach. Dave Wall ducking out of the way of that one. How much time do these coaches have to put in?
Oh, incredible. I mean, it is a big-time commitment.
Wait, Cooper, wait.
And there's no telling how much time they time and energy they think about it away from the team, whether it's playing in practice or preparing for practice or strategy, going over video,
pitching rotation,
all that.
Nothing in 2 to Anderson.
Oh, I won my foul tip.
His parents are really invested too.
Oh, there's no doubt about
Time,
it.
Balls, 2 strikes.
energy, money, of course.
Ball.
And the emotion. Watching your kid play is stressful.
Yeah, that's probably the most taxing piece of it for most of these families.
2 and 2 to Anderson, with 1 out here in the Indiana 5th.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cooper Anderson, one of the younger players in this regional, just 11. Now, we're going to see more 11-year-olds most likely as soon as next year because the 13-year-olds are going to be phased out. This is the last year of 13-year-olds in this division.
Yeah, we'll see more of the talented 11-year-olds.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Play.
Full count.
Nice AB right here.
Four. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Called strike on the inside corner. Anderson runs back to the dugout. That's the second strikeout for Oakleaf. Out number 2 here in the 5th.
Indiana center fielder.
Boy, Anderson bailed out of there. Thought that ball was going to run in on him, and it kind of stayed true. The call goes Ohio's way, and now 2 retired here in the bottom of the 5th.
Line drive snared by Perper. And that ends the inning. Last chance for New Albany, Ohio. We go to the 6th. Tonight after the Little League World Series West semifinal here on ESPN Sports Center, they'll break down Sam Darnold's debut plus reaction from the PGA Championship and all the best moments from the regionals in the Little League World Series. That's Sports Center at 11 Eastern. Maybe Chase Lush's night will be on the best moments because he has been great.
He has been fantastic.
He's on the mound trying to close out Ohio. Needs 3 outs to do it. It's 8-0 Indiana. And he gets a first pitch ground ball to Gum.
Nice play. And not only has Chase Lush been fantastic, but the defense behind him has been outstanding. We've seen a fastball from Lush, a really tight slider, and he's just continued to fill the strike zone up, has not given Ohio really any breathing room. And when we have seen firm contact, the defense has been there to pick him up.
Casey quickly retired. Now Oakleaf. He swings at the first pitch. Lush off the mound. 2 outs. And now Ohio is down to its last at bat.
Nice job there by Chase Lush to barehand that ball. That was his only chance to make the play. Got under control with his feet, barehanded the ball, and retired here the 2nd out in the 6th.
22, Ben Liebel.
What a performance by Mr. Lush this evening.
He still has plenty of pitches to work with. He's at 71 as Liebel stands in. Ohio down to its last out. He also swings at the first pitch. It's foul. Liebel, 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. That hit him. Base runner for Ohio with 2 outs here in the 6th.
The Ohio third baseman, number 19, Zach Barenbrock.
So Barenbrock will get a chance with 2 outs. Barenbrock 0 for 2 with a strikeout. That's a strike on the inside corner. Grosse Pointe, Michigan. They're in attendance. They're scouting this one.
Well, you know they're anxious to play. It has been a while.
Yeah, they have not played since Wednesday.
That's right.
Yeah, so they're
and they're the late game tomorrow.
They're the late game tomorrow. It's been a long layoff for them. Now they've been red hot. 33 runs in their 3 games. Can they keep it going tomorrow? 1 out away from meeting Indiana. This could be it. Gum bobbles. Won't have a play. Baron Brock is able to keep the inning going. It's going to be ruled an error.
Gum is playing a really deep third base, and he just kind of got caught in between right there. Has had a heck of a day at third base, though.
Indiana trying to nail down that last out. Sometimes it's really challenging to get. Ben Clark will hit. Clark is 0 for 1. He grounded out to third in the second. Boone Many hitting his spot in the fourth.
Just got to get the next man up. That's the mantra here when you're facing a big deficit. Figure out a way to get the next man up.
And now it's 1-2 to Clark. The New Albany fans cheering on Chase Lush, trying to get that last strike. So now all of a sudden that pitch limit is staring Chase Lush in the face. He's got 5 to work with here.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swung out and missed. Ball game. Indiana will play Michigan tomorrow. An impressive 8-0 win.
Yeah, heck of a performance. The game they were looking for, 7 hits. Just the 1 error there at the end, but really well-played game defensively, and Chase Lush was the star. He gave them everything they could hope for.
Score here this afternoon, Indiana 8, Ohio 0.
8 runs on 7 hits. And then Chase Lush goes 6 innings, gives up 3 hits, strikes out 7. A complete game shutout as New Albany, Indiana is in the championship game against Michigan. It will be a rematch from the game on Wednesday where Michigan won 14-2. Indiana gets another crack and a chance to get to Williamsport. We're back to wrap it up. Some reaction from Indiana after this. Battle of the New Albanys goes to Indiana. They score 5 in the second, 3 in the third. That was more than enough for Chase Lush, who's alongside Chris Burke.
Chase, man, congratulations. Great effort. You guys lived to fight another day. Complete game shutout this afternoon. When did you know you had it working?
Early in the game. I knew I had my team behind me, and I was feeling good on the mound.
Now, I got to ask you about the pants, man. Tell me, I know your dad was a college football player. Is this a football-inspired look? What we got here?
Throw harder.
It makes you throw harder. Well, you were throwing hard today. The fastball, the slider's working. You guys get another crack at Michigan. What do you guys need to do to beat that club this second time around?
Stay mentally strong. That's what we struggled with last time we played them, but I feel like we have a great chance against them this time.
Okay, man. Well, congratulations. Great job out there this afternoon. Clay, back to you.
New Albany, Indiana is on to the title game tomorrow. We'll have it for you on ESPN at 5 Eastern time. We hope you can join us. We'll crown a champion here in the Great Lakes, and someone's on their way to Williamsport. We'll find out tomorrow night. New Albany, Indiana takes care of New Albany, Ohio, 8-0. They got to get that guy. Get Chase with that Gatorade. Our final 8-0. We'll have more Little League at the top of the hour. But now to the studio and John Brickley.
Clay, thank you so much.